Hey y'all, and welcome back to the DG Outdoor Show. I hope you guys can hear me over the air conditioning, but in today's video, we're going to put a knocking point on the bowstring for your arrow. And we're going to go through what all that means. Alright guys, so what a knocking point is on your bow, I just put one on the retro bow build. It's a spot to reference where you're going to put your arrow on the string every single time. Okay, and how I normally do it, okay, is I position it so I knock. I'm going to try not to hit the tripod very much here. I knock over or under the arrow like this to make sure that my arrow is straight every single time I put it on here when it references. And I'm going to be drawing this back with fingers, so it'll be pretty easy to do. Alright, so the way I do this, I'll show you guys. But first we're going to talk about, these are just brass knocking things I bought on eBay. All my stuff I pretty much buy on eBay. It is a brass knock. Okay, it comes in a U shape and it's got red rubber on the inside, okay? Hopefully you guys can see that alright. But, we're putting it on the Samick Sage today. I haven't had a knocking point on the Samick Sage. And, the process I do is pretty simple. You guys can buy string and arrow levels like this. It shows you how to use it on the back, which is fine, but I don't have a bow vise yet, so my bow has to be exactly straight up and down to use it, so I just eyeball everything. That's what I do. But if you guys want to pick one of these things up, it's called the String Level Combo. Bought it on eBay by Toe Point Archery. Okay, right here. It's pretty easy. But get you guys a pair of knocking pliers or a set of pliers like these. These are the Kinetic Archery Kit by Allen. So Kinetics by Archery, okay? And they have these little holes in here for you to put your knock on. Do not use like needle nose pliers. You'll go to pinch it, and instead of rolling it around the string, it'll pinch it on the string, and then you'll have a hard time getting it off. That's exactly what happened to me. So what I'm going to do in order to reference where this needs to go, okay, where this knocking point needs to go, is I'm going to take an arrow. These are just the Easton 1916 aluminum arrows that I use for this bow, and I just hit the tripod, sorry guys. Alright, and I'm going to put it on my bow, where it would go, okay, just like this. I'm going to put it on there. Alright. Normally I have a full containment rest on any of the other bows I've done, which hold this arrow a lot more. And then I'm going to look at it. Okay, I'm going to look at it like this. And I'm going to adjust it up and down on the string to where, to me, that arrow, okay, is completely straight. Now, at this angle on the camera, it may not look straight to you guys. But to me, it looks pretty dang straight. Alright, now I'm going to draw it back to, for me, and I know that's exactly where I want that arrow to sit. And I'm going to put that brass knocking point underneath the knock here. That way I get a consistent knocking point every single time, and I know my arrow is going to be straight on there. Okay. So this is pretty simple. This is how I do it. Okay. To me, that looks pretty dang straight right there. Okay. Now, all I do, alright, and you guys probably won't be able to see this part, but I'm going to do my best to show it. Okay. I'm going to do my best to show it where it's going to go on there. Now, this is a little bit harder because I normally have a full containment rest. This is not a full containment rest, so holding my arrow may not be as easy to do. Okay, there we go. Oh well, it'll be alright because it's gonna hold that arrow on there and the knocking point. So all I do is I place it underneath that knock right there. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I can't zoom in any further. And then I will place it right where it needs to go. And this is a lot harder to do on camera because I'm not actually sitting there trying to do this. Go underneath. I'm going to pinch it a little bit up on that string, and then I'll go and push it up on the string all the way, and then I'll get in that little tiny groove. Okay, right there. Move the arrow up a little bit, get in that little tiny groove of the pliers, and pinch down, and pinch it down. It'll pinch it on that bowstring, and then I just keep working it around on there until it's completely circle. That's not the best job that I've done. Go back in that group and pinch it around till it's on there all the way. And it'll pinch itself on that string and give a good knocking point for your arrows. And I just work it around. And that's why you don't want to use a pair of needle nose pliers on here, because it won't sit completely flush. But there we go. And I just made a knocking point on my arrow. I wish I could have got a lot closer for you guys, but there it is right there. So every time I go to knock this, I'm going to knock the knock of the arrow over the top of the knock here. Okay, because what I do is I draw 3 fingers, so 3 fingers under is going to give me where I need to go. That's not my best knocking job, but there is no sharp edges. It's not pinching all the way into the string really bad, and it's level. Okay, real easy to do. I wish I could have gave you guys an up close. So what I did is I just took it, okay, when it's a U shape, and I barely pinched it on here, barely pinched it on the string, and then I just worked around that string and kept pinching it like this, pinching it around until it was nice and flat and everything. And that's where these pliers come in really handy as far as using knocking pliers go. So again, if you guys are going to do this, you guys are going to want a set of knocking pliers or a set like this that has knocking pliers in it. Kinetics by Allen, A-L-L-E-N. You guys can find these at Walmart. Probably one of the best tools you could ever get. I did a full review on my channel. You guys go back in my channel and watch that review about this. It'll tell you everything that it has on it. So I hope this helped you guys learn how to put on a knocking point on a bow and showed you guys how I do it. So remember, y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Jesus loves you, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.